myself am a Christian, so if you don't know that, now you know. Glory, glory. What's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Queen Faith here. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you're returning, of course, welcome back. Y'all, we're going to talk about religion and all these dumb people who have things to say about Christianity. I myself am a Christian, so if you don't know that, now you know. Glory, glory. But people tend to say, oh, I ain't a Christian because Christians do this. And yes, I'm starting off there, okay? We jump right into it. Which makes no sense, because to be a Christian is just to be a follower of Christ, not to be a follower of other Christians. So it's confusing for people to say, well, because Christians do this, I ain't gonna be a Christian. You mean because people who are supposed to be following this other man do something, you not gonna follow the man? We're supposed to be trying to be like Jesus Christ, not trying to be like Queen Faith, who is trying to be like Jesus Christ. It's like your eyes are on the wrong thing and you don't understand what Christianity is at all. And that's not a problem. It's not an issue to not understand. It becomes an issue when you talk like you do understand. So, there are people who talk and talk and talk, and I'm not on Facebook, because if I was on Facebook, I'd be just like some other people who see people's statuses and be ready to be like, what you on here talking about? But I'm not on Facebook, so I don't see it. But apparently y'all like some certain people like, oh, Christians are always like this, but why they so many of y'all Christians having babies before you marry? Because they people. Because God gave them the free will. Because Christianity ain't a cult. Because God is not controlling us. Because God does not control what we do. That's why. That's why people out here having babies when they feel like it. The same reason why you out here talking out the side of your neck and don't know nothing what you talking about. This is why. Y'all be so quick to judge Christians, but be mad when somebody come try to judge your tail. And somebody having a baby outside of wedlock is not the greatest sin. It's not. So what's the point you're trying to make? Like, make it make sense. You want to say, oh, my religion is better than your religion because I'm more disciplined in my religion than you are? See, that's the difference. Like, God wants us to do what we're supposed to do. But God is not going to kick us out because we sinned. But you and what you are you're legit identified based off the decisions that you make. And that's the difference. Because God is love. God loved us and he wants to save us. Therefore, if we do something that's wrong, God is quick to come forgive us. God ain't over there about to bust us down our head just because we had premarital sex, just because we went out drinking, just because we cussed somebody out, just because it's different. And when you realize that Christianity is less about rules and guidelines and more about relationship and growth, then you'll realize that what somebody else is doing as a Christian does not affect your relationship with God at all. It's like, no matter what the Christians across the world decide they gonna do, that's not gonna change me being a Christian. Because I'm not looking at y'all. I'm not finna say, well, the Christians making us look bad. Look at what they out here doing. They done let such and such go down in the church. Not my church, not my business. I can only help y'all build your relationship with God and get you in the right place. It's not for me to sit here and look at somebody else and judge and say, y'all preacher did what? That's not my preacher. It's not for me to look and say, oh, look at them preacher's daughters. And look at the son. He over there on the drums, sleeping with everybody in the church. That's what y'all confusing. That's not what Christianity is about. And that's what y'all do. Y'all go to church and see what other people be doing. When you supposed to be going to church, getting a message from God's messenger and receiving it and going on and building your relationship. You so focused on everybody else. So focused on what Susie over here doing, what Raekwon over here doing. You focus on everybody else walk with God but yours. How you know sis down the road having all these babies before she married if you ain't in her business? How you know that? That's what it's like. There is a verse in the Bible. I know people of other religions quote the Bible, and I'd be like, anyway, it said to try to be quiet and mind your own business. And I noticed how you, sir, of that other religion did not take that verse. Y'all be taking all the other verses and trying to show us something. Take that verse right there. Be quiet and mind your business instead of calling yourself coming for people. Because these people who make this, I chose this because this is what we do. Okay, so how many Christians do you know that actually walk the walk like they supposed to be walking it? You can't blame the religion. It's the people. Just like you out here in these streets not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You just putting it out, oh, I do this and I don't do this. Therefore, I am better than you. No, you ain't. You probably worse because you all up in their business. You don't know what they really doing. And nobody ever puts out the worst to themselves. They only put out the good things. That's why when stuff gets exposed, they steady trying to, oh, well, No. Nobody is out here saying, oh, well, yeah, I'm out here doing this wrong. I'm out here busting down this lady, and I ain't supposed to. She ain't mine. I'm out here doing this. I'm not training my children in the way they should go. I'm just out here, you know, I'm young. I'm living life. Nobody ain't out here saying none of that stuff. You out here telling people that you living like you supposed to be living, that you keeping yourself healthy, that you training your children right. But when your children grow up and they bad as don't know what, that tells. Because your child has done what? Strayed. And it ain't like they strayed. You didn't train them in the way they were supposed to go. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm not finna make no super long video. But stuff like that, y'all please don't get to talking about no religion. And from a Bible that you ain't never read. A Jesus you ain't ever talked to. Don't do that. Okay? You in our business. Okay? If you want to get in our business, come on to church. And don't go into church and say, oh, well, I can't listen to this man because he did this. Because God used people who did much worse things in the Bible. And what makes you think he won't use them today? If he the same God today, yesterday, and forever, I'm just saying, y'all just... I just can tell people who feel like they grew up in church and knew Christians when in reality they just knew churchgoers. You didn't know Christians. So you saying that stuff about them people, it's like, them people knew they weren't living right. They knew they weren't even trying to live right. So you can't box everybody up into the couple of people that you know, or even a lot of people. Shoot, it's a lot of people out here, and they say too, that ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, because they not being the light that God meant for them to be. They ain't being the salt of the earth. They out here being the garlic powder. They ain't got no garlic salt. But we're not going to get into all that today. We just got into a little bit. So like I already said, if you have not already, hit the subscribe button down below. For sure, make sure you hit the like button. Turn on post notifications, because we're getting into all types of things. It ain't no, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about... No, we're going to get into all types of things. So you want to be notified every time I post something. I'm finna hit y'all with a car tour of my car. The used car tour probably won't be happening no time soon. Just want to let y'all know that. Because some other things just happened. I have the vehicle, but I ain't ready to put it out like that. So I am gonna give y'all a car tour of my car here soon. So stay tuned for that too.